Welcome to the Forest and Climate Change podcast. I'm Ruth Martín, and now we continue with the second episode of the fifth topic in this series, titled Tree Adaptation Strategies. In the previous episode, we explored the concept of adaptation, any trait that enables an individual to better survive and reproduce under specific environmental conditions. The diversity of tree species on our planet is astonishing. It's estimated that there are around 75,000 different tree species, which together form forests that cover nearly 25% of the Earth's surface. Each of these species has developed unique adaptation strategies, finely tuned to their native environments through hundreds of millions of years of evolution. Like all living organisms, trees must carefully allocate their limited resources, such as water, nutrients, and light, among their key life functions, which are growth, defense, and reproduction. Over years, each species has evolved a particular strategy to manage this balance, shaped by the specific conditions of its environment. This means that investing in one function often comes at the expense of another. For example, a tree that grows very quickly by channeling most of its resources into growth may reproduce less frequently or later in life. There are as many adaptation strategies as environmental scenarios on the planet. Take the Canary Island pine, Pinus canariensis, a species native to the Canary Islands, as an example. It has developed three powerful adaptations that allow it to survive frequent wildfires. Resprouting. After a fire, this tree can regrow from its trunk and branches, allowing it to survive even after severe damage. Thick bark. Its trunk is covered by a thick layer of bark that protects the living tissues beneath. The bark burns, but the heat does not reach the interior of the tree, enabling it to survive. Serotinous cones. These cones only open after exposure to fire, releasing seeds and promoting regeneration when competition is reduced and resources are more abundant. All these traits form a fire resilience strategy, vital for a species that has evolved in a volcanic, fire-prone landscape. Now let's consider a very different environment, that of the bald cypress Taxodium distichum, native to the southeastern United States. This species thrives in permanently flooded areas. It has developed specialized root structures which rise above the water's surface to supply oxygen to the submerged roots and help stabilize the tree in wet and stable soils. These examples show how each species has evolved highly specific traits to survive in its local conditions. Trees must make the most of their limited access to water, nutrients, and light. But it is important to remember that these strategies took thousands or even millions of years to develop. Now, with climate change advancing at an unprecedented pace, the question arises: will trees be able to adapt quickly enough to survive the challenges of this new reality? That's all for today's episode. Thank you for listening to Forest and Climate Change podcast.